Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, I rise in strong opposition to the House Republican draft of the fiscal 25 State and Foreign Operations Appropriations Bill. This woefully underfunded bill will weaken America, and yes, it will leave us vulnerable to our adversaries. The measures the Republicans are bringing to the House floor this week would slash our diplomatic and development programs by a shocking 12%, while at the same time seeking to increase military spending by $8.5 billion. Mind you, these cuts would leave America vastly weakened. This continues a dangerous trend that puts the Pentagon on steroids while leaving diplomacy and development on life support. Our national security is built on three pillars: defense, diplomacy, and development. We need all three to be strong to execute a foreign policy that advances both our interests and our values. We already spend 50% less in real terms on diplomacy and development than we did 40 years ago. If only defense is adequately funded, it means that we will too often rely only on military force, which should be the last resort, not our first. In the famous words of General Mattis, if you don't fund the State Department, you need to buy more ammunition. Now, my Republican colleagues like to talk a good game about confronting China. In truth, this bill is really a gift to Beijing's diplomatic efforts. Even before the billion-dollar cut to our embassies and foreign service officers, the People's Republic of China now has more foreign missions and more diplomats than we do. And the bill's prohibitions on participating in global venues like the United Nations or the World Health Organization will simply mean that China's self-interest will go unchecked by the United States. Can't have it both ways. I just returned from a bipartisan delegation to Africa, where my colleagues and I, that's Democrats and Republicans, met with reformers in key African democracies. These leaders told us that they prefer to partner with the United States over China. But too often, America's presence and investments was missing in action. They told us over and over and over again, where are you? You're not here. Countering the PRC's influence means America, quite frankly, needs to show up. Republicans, again, as I said, they can't have it both ways. China, Russia, and all of our adversaries will rush to fill the void left by this bill. This bill also takes a really dishonest approach to the existential threat posed by climate change. People around the world are confronting the impacts of human-caused climate change right now. Life-threatening temperatures, crop failures, floods, and severe weather. Many of us are experiencing this in our own districts and hometowns. Now, we can't change the temperature. Climate change is here. The past 12 months have been the hottest ever measured, but we can help people and communities around the world to cope with the most life-threatening impacts. But this bill ignores reality. It includes no funding for clean energy, no funding to help communities adapt to drought, rising coastlines, or extreme heat, no funding to stop deforestation or recurring coastal flooding, and the bill cuts off, mind you, cuts off cooperation with other countries. Once again, think of the PRC and what this bill says to them. The bill also wages war on women's reproductive freedom. 218 million women still cannot access the tools to decide when and how to have a baby. As a result, hundreds of thousands die in childbirth. That is a fact. The Republican bill makes it harder for women to access care. It also cuts off funding for United Nations Family Planning Association, the one partner that helps mothers and babies in the hardest places to reach. Moms and babies will die. They will die because of this. But the most damaging aspect of this bill is the massive abdication and retreat of United States leadership around the world. The bill treats issues and countries as black and white, good and evil. It's our way or the highway. This is fundamentally undemocratic for a country that stands for democracy. A key example is how this bill doubled down and triples down on the failed, yes, failed Cuban embargo. There's no track record of success nurturing democracy and human rights by punishing regular people. Instead of listening to partners and addressing concerns together, this bill forces the United States to go it alone and reject any country with a different perspective. Perhaps most telling, the largest increase in this bill is foreign military financing. You hear me? Foreign military financing in the State and Foreign Operations Appropriations Bill. It zeroes out the United Nations and outright prohibits a half-dozen UN bodies from being funded. The message of this bill, once again, is more weapons, less cooperation. This is not how the world works. This approach is isolating America. Yes, human rights violators in countries that do not share democratic values, they also participate in these organizations. But that's why we must stay engaged. If we cede the ground to countries with little regard for human rights, we are enabling more injustice. So I urge my colleagues to reject this bill and get to work on a truly bipartisan approach that will protect and advance America's security, interests, and of course make sure that we are a country which leads in forming alliances and cooperates for the sake of the survival of our planet. I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentlelady reserves. The gentleman from Florida is recognized.
I reserve, Mr. Chairman.
The gentleman from Florida recognized. The lady from California is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I yield 6 minutes now to the gentlewoman from Connecticut, the distinguished ranking member of the Appropriations